playing with each other, and how much has that progressed since the beginning of the season?
I feel like guys are just. Developing more chemistry. It happens. I mean, a lot of us are new. We're like 9 new guys who are inserted into the lineup and into the rotation. So, it just comes with getting comfortable with each other, learning our strengths, learning our weaknesses, and setting each other up for the success.
Connor, how confident are you right now, just with your shot and your assertiveness? The last 2 games have been lighting it up.
Pretty confident. But it just kind of comes to just having fun and just playing, and having guys on the team, coaches on the staff that you just trust and just enjoy being around and playing with. Like Bryce said, we're doing a good job just getting guys open, whether it's me or everybody else on the team, and that just comes with trust that we've built. As we go throughout this season, and that'll just continue to get better and better, and everybody will get open shots.
You were too shy of the single-game record, Nebraska single-game record for made threes?
I did not know that.
Is that a goal for you?
If it happens, it happens. I'm not really too worried about it. As long as we keep winning and keep this hot streak going.
You always had that mid-range game when they close out. And how comfortable are you that area? How has that developed?
Kind of started freshman year when that really started to develop a little bit. When they started to get scouting reports out and started trying to get me off the line, and just kind of trying to develop a full game as scouting reports keep coming out, and to try and get me off the line just to be able to open things up for me and for other guys. If I'm able to get inside the lane too and be able to dish and help other guys get shots, just helps the whole team.
Bryce, could you tell guys were focused? I mean, this team had taken down South Carolina and Georgia Tech coming in. Was there a definite, you got to be ready for this one?
Definitely can't overlook any opponent, and this one that was stressed with this opponent because of the resume they have already. So we were locked in, we were motivated, and we kind of just want to, we got to protect home court. That's the biggest thing, and also, non-conference is a big thing, and also for Kempong. So, we were all focused coming into this game.
Defensively, obviously the talk was their three-point shooting, led the nation in made threes. They made 14, but were 32% from behind the arc. I guess how much pride do you take in just being able to contain that element of it, just considering what they've done to other teams?
And that was stressed throughout the week, and we get chewed out daily, for giving up open shots, really for having any breakdown defensively. But for this game, knowing that they led the nation in three-point attempts and are second in makes, that was the goal, just to run them off, and force them into tough twos. And we, they made 14, but, the more you shoot, the more possibility you have of making them. So it kind of comes with it.
How much of a focus was it, again, that 17-1 run early? How much of a focus was it to get off to a good start, given that this is a team that can hang with high major opponents?
The focus is always to get out to a hot start. The team that hits first usually is the team that, can make a change, and you don't want to leave teams like this, dangerous teams like this, to hang around for the whole game, because then if it gets late, it's just going to be too much pressure, and they have too much momentum, and then the rest get on their side, and then they get a lot of momentum. So, the goal is always to start out fast.
Connor, you've got that 2-game Big Ten stretch coming up now that you're obviously familiar with. How big were these last couple weeks for this team to kind of figure the stuff out you have going into that?
Part of figuring it out early is a big part, but obviously we're not anywhere near where we want to be later. So we're going to go back, look at this film. But, being able to have the lid, kind of taking off this basket going into some big games in the Big Ten. Obviously, these are going to be 2 of the better teams in the Big Ten, and we got them, right off the bat. So to be able to have, such big games right away is really going to test us. So we got to make sure we get locked in and go back and make sure we get better and lock in on this.
Bryce, how do you and Javon like being the 2 tallest guys on the floor and you guys go to that small lineup?
We've actually never ran that lineup, well, not this year yet, but it actually felt pretty good. It was very free-flowing. It really, we were calling a set, but after the set, it was we're just playing. And, the way me, Juan, and everybody else out there was playing off of each other, it was kind of easy. Wasn't even a thought to it, but it was fun. It was different being the tallest guy out there, but it was fun.
Bryce, you had 6 assists tonight and 1 turnover, and your 2 guards both had 3 assists and no turnovers. Can you kind of speak about how well you guys are taking care of the ball?
I'm the only one who turned the ball over as a guard, but we were our focus has always been to make 2-foot plays, make simple plays, and take care of the ball. I know some games it gets away from us early, and that really allows teams to hang around. But this game, we were stressing about taking care of the ball, making good simple plays, and that's what we did tonight. And it was pretty easy. It wasn't anything difficult.
Connor, your brother's student manager here, right?
Yeah, yes, yeah.
How did that come about, and what's it like? Just, I mean, yeah, I think he's a freshman. What was he like? What is it like just both you guys coming here at the same time and being with each other while you go through a school change?
Yeah, so he was originally committed to play at Trine University, really good D3 back home, and he actually tore his ACL in high school again. There's come multiple times, so it was just kind of God's plan. Honestly, I'm thankful for him to be here, even though it's not necessarily probably the path that he wants to be on, and he wants to be playing basketball. He's a college basketball player level kid, so. It's just really cool. I'm really blessed to be able to. We actually live together, so I mean, it's pretty unbelievable that God put us together, in this situation, and it's just amazing to have family, going home and seeing him at practice every day, to be able to just spend time with someone you care about so much. And he's a basketball mind. He's a basketball junkie, so he really loves breaking down, stuff and kind of giving me tips, and he'll probably coach one day. So it's good to be able to have that in my back pocket.
Anything else for players? Thank you guys. Well, Coach Holbert, Coach Carroll, thanks, guys. Coach Ray, we'll open the floor for questions for Coach.
That was one of the best offensive performances certainly you've had here, and that's Nebraska's had in a long time. What are you most proud of about that effort?
Well, the thing I was most happy with today was the start. You talk in these early games how important it is to go out and throw the first punch, and I thought we did that. I think it was 18-4 to start that game. And the thing, they switch 1 through 5. It's the first time we've seen a defense like that. The thing you cannot do is get stagnant and just try to force it in against a mismatch. I thought we took advantage of some mismatches, but once the ball had shifted the defense side to side, I thought our activity was good. I thought we got our hands on some balls, which got us out in transition, and I thought we did a really nice job finding Connor. He obviously had it going again for the second straight game, and guys did a good job of finding him. But overall, I think the movement, Robin, was the thing that I was most pleased with. 22 assists, 6 turnovers. We're continuing to make strides in the right direction with that, and we're going to need it, obviously, once we start playing Big Ten games next Saturday.
How much do you talk in the days leading up of the importance of a quick start against a team like this?
Yeah, it's all we talked about, especially in this early game, and we've got another one next Saturday. We play noon Eastern, 11 a.m. Central for our body clocks, and we need to go out there and get off to a great start in a really tough building. And I've spent a lot of time in that building with a son that played for Coach Izzo, and I know if you get off to a tough start, they're going to be right on top of you. They're going to be on top of you anyway, but it's really hard to come back on Michigan State in East Lansing. So it's going to be important to hopefully continue to grow. I like the direction we're moving in, and we're getting better every game. This was a team, I think you guys in the last couple of days heard me in the press conference. Well, actually, I didn't do a press conference for this one, but after the last game, these guys put a lot of stress on you because of their ability to shoot the ball, averaging 13.5 threes a game. They made 14 today, but we did a great job shutting off the paint. Similar to the Creighton game, you can't give them both. If they shoot a lot of threes, you can't give them the paint as well. And I thought we did a really nice job with that. And again, pleased with our hand activity. To get deflections and turn those into points, you need to have possessions like that.
Felt like Aaron was really solid when he was out there. Have you just seen him grow more and more comfortable getting back on the floor?
I thought Aaron was terrific, and not only offensively, but I thought he made some great plays defensively, seeking level, getting a couple steals on the baseline when the ball, when the ball drove it. I thought he had 3 of them. I think Sam had a couple as well, seeking level. And then Aaron did a great job of getting us going on the offensive end. He found Andrew a few times on a roll and made a couple nice plays with some shake passes. But I thought he really commanded the offense today. And you need that out of your point guards. He made simple plays. And, again, he had 22 assists, and we must have missed 4 or 5 layups. And a couple of those, I thought he got opportunities for guys in there as well. But, another game where I thought everybody that stepped on the floor contributed, and that's what it's all about.
How much more comfortable do the guys seem collectively playing with each other within the offense? You mentioned the 22-6 assist to turnover.
Yeah, it's again, we were careless early, and that showed with not only the turnovers but the unforced turnover rate that we had. The first probably three games of the season, and then we had a couple solid ones, and then we took a step back. Now we have to keep taking steps in the right direction. We can't give away possessions when you play teams like Michigan State and Indiana, which are the next 2. This was an important game, and our guys knew that coming in. I'm proud of them for how they prepared and went out and took care of business. But this is a team that beat Georgia Tech handily, and they beat South Carolina, and they played Georgia pretty tight for the most part the entire game. I think that's a team that's going to win a lot of games in their league. So this is a big win for us, and to win it going away like we did after they made a little bit of a run, I think is definitely a good sign.
Do you have an update on Berkay?
He's going to try to move around a little bit tomorrow. We're going to practice a little bit tomorrow. We're going to have a film session and go into our stations, just start talking a little bit about Michigan State. And then we'll take Tuesday off. So he'll try to get a little bit of work in tomorrow. He was in the pool today, and he'll take Tuesday off, just get treatment, and then hopefully, be able to do a little bit more each day, progressively get better as the week goes on. But I'll know a lot more after tomorrow.
What is the injury specifically?
It's a groin strain. Yeah, and those are tricky. I mean, they're not all the same, and everybody reacts differently, but the important thing is he is getting better, but he hasn't even gotten on the court yet. So we'll see how he does tomorrow.
This is always an interesting point in the schedule with those 2 Big Ten games. What's the key this week for you guys?
Yeah, we need to have a great week of prep again, and I was really pleased with how we approached this week. After I thought we lost a little bit of our edge defensively in the South Dakota game. Got it back for the most part. I was not very pleased on a couple of our closeouts that gave them a few threes there towards the end of the game. Just consistency, You've got to be on point if you want to give yourself a chance to win on the road in our league. And we just need to have a really good week of prep heading into one of the toughest environments in all of college basketball.
How do you think you handled their zone tonight?
I thought we did a solid job, especially once we got the thing into the middle. And, you know, the first few possessions, we turned it over once. Connor threw it right into their guy's hand. But once we got Raleigh in the middle of it, he made a great play at the rim, and then he hit a little floater in there as well. The biggest thing we talked about, they do a really good job of swarming the ball, is not over-penetrating and not playing out of control. And whether it was man or zone, I thought we wanted to keep our movement. We wanted to play off 2 feet. And for the most part, I thought we did that.
Kale's played pretty well now, and it's time making just little plays that help you win, moving the ball, making the extra pass. His impact, has that kind of been noticed by you, obviously, but going forward, what does that look like for him?
Yeah, he's been awesome. I've been really pleased with Kale. He gave us 10 really solid minutes in the second half the other night against South Dakota. And the thing about Kale, he's always in the right spot. He's going to follow the game plan. He's going to make safe plays, and he's going to defend his ass off every possession. It's nice to have that off your bench, and he's got some size. When we went small today, we had he and Juwan out there playing the 4 and the 5, and Kale played the 5 offensively because he knows every spot on the floor. It's a tremendous luxury to have somebody like that in your program that's all about the right things. Never has complained, not one time, not for 1 second. Continues to go out there and play his role to perfection. And we're going to need Kale as the year continues on. And I'm proud of him. I'm proud for the strides he's made and for the development that he has shown in the year and a half that he's been here.
Thank you.